Hello there. Good morning. Welcome. It's nice to see you here. It's Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy. Looking forward to starting today's live lesson with you, of course. So today we're going to be talking about the internet. What a popular topic in IELTS speaking, and what a great topic for conversations. I think it's a really hot topic today, right? The internet, the good, the bad, the ugly, the vocabulary, the grammar, the idioms. We'll be looking at all of that. But before we do, let's enjoy a little bit of this. Hello, my friends, and welcome. It is great to be back in the middle of winter. It feels like winter, to be honest. Freezing cold, raining, cloudy. Last night we had a thunderstorm. All the lovely things that you enjoy in winter. And, well, today we're going to be talking about this. The internet. Whether you're surfing on your phone or you're surfing on a laptop, or whatever, we're going to be looking at all different aspects of the internet. Safety, privacy, what it's used for, children and the internet. There's a lot to look at, right? Now, just in case you don't know me, my name is Keith, and I run the Keith Speaking Academy, which is at www.keithspeakingacademy.com. And basically there, it's helping people improve their spoken English so you can speak better English. And for those of you preparing IELTS, I focus on IELTS speaking so you can give better answers and get a higher score in the IELTS speaking test. Also, I'm on Facebook. If you want to follow me on the Facebook page, it's at Keith Speaking Academy. There is a Facebook group that we have, which is the Keith Mastermind community. It's for IELTS speaking, only for speaking. So we're not looking at writing or reading and listening, but just sharing ideas with each other and kind of motivating each other to do well in the test. So now we're broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook today, but if you're on YouTube, do remember to subscribe. Turn on that little notification button to find out about up and coming lessons on the internet on my channel soon. Great. What else? I just want to let you know that if you enjoy studying with me, you can follow my online courses, particularly the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7. I've also got bundles now, so you can get not the Black Friday bundle, but it's just the regular bundle. If you want to get all of my courses together, you can get them in one bundle through the website. If you've not been to the website, do go and check it out. I'll give you the address again, Keith Speaking Academy. It looks a bit like what? It looks a bit like this. Right, we've got information about the test, the evaluation, different speaking topics, common topics, part 1, 2 and 3. We've also got the free live lessons, which is where you are now. And here you can just get hold of, well, the PDF of the latest lesson. You can study the lesson. You can join the library, lots of interesting stuff there. And all the recent or past, it's all here. If you want to get the PDF and the lessons, if you're interested in books, you can get the lesson directly on the website or on your phone. You can also download the PDF there, so you can get all the notes, or you can just study everything there on that page. So that's it. That's a quick view of my website. There's also a blog and different resources. You can find out about my online courses up there. If you're on the course already, you can log in directly from the website. That's just for people who are already taking one of my courses. There you go. Lovely, lovely. Let me check in. Let me see how you are here. Hello, Abdul Muddin from Bangladesh. Jimin, hello. Layla Agai, hello, dear Keith. Thank you so much for your efforts to teach you. Thank you so much for coming to the class. Fariba, hello from Tehran. Great to see you here. And also from Iran, Mosan Atarodi, great to see you. Lolita, hello. Bunny, hello. Interesting name. Zaini Gusti, hello, sir. Hamdi Limam, nice to see you. People from all around the world, welcome all of you. It's so good to see you here. So, what are we going to do today? Well, let me give you a quick explanation of today's class, right? It's going to be about an hour and a half. I'm going to swing it over here because I think in a minute, I'm going to swing over here. We've got Homer, not the Ulysses Homer, the other Homer. So the internet, we're going to be looking at the internet today, right? And teaching people like Homer how to use it. What else? We're going to be looking at vocabulary, the kind of vocabulary you need to talk confidently about the internet. We'll look at the internet and you. We've got a discussion about how the internet affects you, your life, your work, maybe your study, everything, right? Lots of interesting language and resources. I've got a toolbox. I've got a really interesting podcast that I want to share with you today, which will help you improve your English. We'll also be doing a listening task so you can develop your listening skills, but it's really good for building vocabulary as well, right? And then idioms, of course, I enjoy a good idiom. So, for example, I wonder if you know this idiom. I got it from the horse's mouth. I wonder if you know that one. Well, I'm not going to tell you because you're going to find out towards the end of the class today. Okay, so we've got all of that. Boom, boom, boom. Back to the internet and back to me. Good. Got more and more people joining. Hello, Facebook user from Kuwait. Great to see you. Christina, hello. Hello from Oman, somebody on Facebook. And Kim Dung Pham, hello, teacher. Hello, you as well. Great. So listen, let's get straight into it. Let's begin. I'm going to have a look at, if I can get my notes, let's have a look at some vocabulary first, right? So we're looking at IELTS speaking, the internet. We're going to look at some vocabulary and expressions. Let's begin with the basics, right? When we talk about the internet, we talk about being online. I mean, all of you now are online. You can go online, right? So maybe after you've been walking, you come home and you go online to check your email. Or you can get online. It's easy to get online. So to get and to go, more or less the same, to be honest. To be is just the state. To go and get is the action to move towards being online. Oh, bear with me. I need to turn my phone off. Sorry about that. Now, of course, if you're online, then the opposite is to be, to go, or to get offline, right? Of course. So maybe after the class, so you are online, but after the class, you will go offline and go and wash the pots. Or you will go offline and go and tidy your house. Or you will go offline and go and buy some chocolates for your partner, if you're a good partner. Something like that, okay? Now, browsing. What do we do? The browse can be a verb, but it can also be a noun. So obviously, as a verb, right? Just make it clear, to browse. To browse is to go online, to go on the internet and use a browser to get information, right? I like to browse cooking websites. You can browse the internet. I browse the internet for an hour a day to research, I don't know, something, to research my classes, let's say, for example. So browsing, you can say to browse a website, to browse a website, to browse the internet. And of course, a browser is it's the thing that you use. So when you're, I guess the easiest way to explain is to give you the name. You've got Chrome is a browser, Safari, Firefox, all sorts of browsers, right? So let me just make that clear. I'll take browser down here and put browser along here. A browser, e.g. Chrome, Safari, others, Firefox. There are others. I can't remember all the names. I'm a Luddite. I'm not a digital native. I'm sure you guys can tell me. Great. Ziny says, you are a superhero. Ziny, you're the hero for turning up today. Well done. And for posting. EI browser, that's the one I was thinking of. The Internet Explorer, right? IE, Internet Explorer. Which I think is the Windows one, if I'm not mistaken. IE11 is the worst. Opera, is that another one? Maybe it is. Yes, Sajan says, I think Opera is another one. It rings a bell. It rings a bell. It rings a bell is a great idiom. That sounds familiar. Opera, it rings a bell. It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. There's a little idiom for you. It rings a bell. It sounds familiar. You get that a lot when you're talking, when you're down the pub with your mates and you're having a drink and you're talking about, I don't know, the football or the latest music that you're listening to. And somebody says, have you heard of blah blah fulu baba? And you go, ooh, blah blah fulu baba. I'm not sure. It rings a bell, but I can't remember who it is. It rings a bell. It sounds familiar. Blah, blah, foola, blah, blah. Come on. Keith is making this up as he goes along. I am indeed. So, there you go. Let's continue talking about the internet. To surf. So, you surf the internet. As, if you remember, at the very, very beginning, right? We had this great picture. You can see the guy surfing the phone. Well, that is surfing the internet, right? That's what it looks like when you surf the internet. It means to go online, basically. To explore is probably a good word. To explore the internet. There's this great expression, a silver surfer. A silver surfer. That's not easy to say. Even I get confused because it's a V and a F. A silver surfer. Can you see the difference? Right? Silver surfer. So the V, the first one is voiced. You can feel if you touch your throat. V, silver. And the other one, surfer. There's no voice. Surfer. That's the difference. A silver surfer. Can you say that? A silver surfer. Good. So what is it, Keith? Oh, yes, I forgot. A silver surfer is an elderly person. No, not me. Somebody even older than me. Usually people who are retired and they love going on the internet. They like to go online, browse different websites, get online and surf the internet. If you're retired, maybe 70 or 80 years old, you're a silver surfer because, right, your hair is going grey. Silver surfer. I guess it should be a grey surfer, but it doesn't sound so good. Silver surfer sounds much better. And the colour is similar, right? Although we say grey hair, I've got some grey hair. I haven't got much hair, I know. I've got some grey hair, but silver surfer. I guess in about a few years' time, I'll be a silver surfer. Hooray! No, come on. Another 15 years of work left in me yet, I fear. Okay, to surf. Right, what's going on? I'm just checking your messages as we go on. My dad is 53, then he's a bronze surfer. Yay, I love it. Thank you very much. I like that. The idea of silver, bronze and gold, right? Yes, Bronze with an N. I'm going to add it in, but thank you very much for sharing that. My dad is 53. He's a bronze surfer. You know what? I'm 54, so I must be a bronze surfer as well. Great. Moving on. Privacy. So these are other things we need to look at with the internet. Privacy and safety. Privacy is the noun. I'm not sure that this is big enough for your screen. Let me just make it a bit bigger. So privacy is the noun and private is the adjective. Notice the change in the pronunciation. This is British English, right? In British English, we say privacy, privacy, but private, private. For example, you need to respect everyone's privacy. We talk about digital privacy. So you've got real life privacy, like closing the curtains so nobody can look in your house, and digital privacy, where people cannot come into your Zoom meeting without a password, for example. So digital privacy, keep your password private. That's the adjective, a private password. Keep it private or secret, maybe. But you can use privacy and private, very common words we're using on the internet. We've also got safety and safe. So again, safety is the noun. Safe, again, that safe, there's no voice. Safe, safety. Internet safety, common collocation. Internet safety, sorry, that should be a small s, is of prime importance. That's a nice expression. Of prime importance just means very important. The most important, actually. Most important. There you go. Internet safety. Or keep your passwords safe. Again, you can keep them private, keep them safe, slightly different things. How do you keep a password safe? Well, don't put it in a Word document on your computer. Don't write it down. Well, don't write it down. I actually disagree. I think it's a great idea to write it on a piece of paper, because digitally, nobody's going to find it. Or you can trust one of these software like LastPass, who control all of your passwords. The Mac systems control your passwords, if you can trust the world to do it. Great. Keep your passwords safe. Oh, interesting question from Sachi. Quick question, not incognito. Oh, Hamdi, very good. Incognito, also a good word to share in there. Sachi says, what is the difference between American spoken English and British spoken English? Right? Well, the difference between American spoken English and British spoken English, the main difference is the accent and the pronunciation. So the Americans tend to make the vowels longer, right? That's the main thing. If I could just come. So instead of saying hot, they say hot, hot, hot. It's a hot, it's a longer sound instead of hot, which is quite short. So the vowels tend to be longer. The T is different. So instead of water, it's water. Instead of better, it's better. So the T becomes a flip, a flap, or a flip, a flap D, a D, water, water. It's like a D sound in American English. British English, we like to pronounce the T normally, not always, but normally. Hot, hotter, better. So there's accents that are different, but also vocabulary can be different. Instead of, we say a pavement on the road, the Americans call it a sidewalk. There are different vocabulary, and there's a slight difference in grammar. We use the same spoken grammar, but for example, the Americans tend to use the simple past more than we do. They might say, well, did you eat yet? Did you eat today? And a British person would say, well, have you eaten yet? Have you eaten today? So there are slight differences. But I would say 90% the same, and very, very mutually intelligible, so we can understand each other most of the time. Good. So, good question. Thank you, Sachi. Interesting question. Safety. And similar to safety, we talk about reliability, being reliable or reliability. Just going through, I'm a big fan of word families. So the reason I put this is because this is a word family. You've got the verb, the adjective, the noun. Listen carefully. Rely. Reliable. Reliability. Can you see that the stress changes? Rely, reliable, reliability, reliability. So this means that you can trust it, right? It basically means can be trusted. Something can be trusted. Reliable. That actually is better here. So to rely is to trust or to depend on something. Slightly different meanings, but here we're talking about the idea of trust. So, for example, the BBC is a reliable source. Is the BBC a reliable source? I'm going to change it to a question. I think the BBC 90% is reliable source. No, it's a very reliable source. They're a very, very good company. But I'm just going to make it a question. Is the BBC a reliable source? I'm not sure about the reliability of information on the internet. Okay, reliability. Because some information is totally made up, fake, false. Some information is true, but you never know if it's accurate. Like when you're researching IELTS on the web, you get lots of websites that tell you these are the new questions, and they're not. Or that this is the best answer you can give, and it's not. And you just don't know. It's very hard to know how reliable different websites are. Talking about synonyms, when you're preparing for IELTS, it's a great idea to build up synonyms, but try and be clear if the synonym is exactly the same or similar, because sometimes it can be used in a different way. Here, I would say reliable and trustworthy and dependable are the same. Reliable information, trustworthy information, dependable information. Valid is similar, but valid is more about that it's correct and true for what you want. So it's a similar meaning, but slightly different, and the use might be slightly different. It's valid. It's valid means, yes, it's correct, it's true, it's accurate. So similar. But these three, I would say you can use the same. It's reliable, it's trustworthy, the BBC is dependable, things like that, okay? Great. Let me see how you're doing. Saliam says, "Sir, you're the best teacher I ever met on the internet." Thank you very much. That's great practice of the internet. Yes. Right. Pradeep says, "I guess the BBC is a reliable source, though it's absolutely rely on a piece of information." Yes. Yes, it absolutely relies. So remember, you're taking rely as the verb. It absolutely relies on one piece of information. Yes, well, good reporters and good journalists should have different sources. But you're right, sometimes maybe a journalist will just take one source and one side of the argument. So it's not always 100% reliable. Great. Good. Aber, thank you for your comment. Yes, and Yosra says, "Yes, it's a reliable source, I guess, because it keeps me on my toes." Interesting. Keeps me on my toes. I wonder why you say that here. It keeps you alert, right? It's convenient to get breaking news. Yes. Instead of that, you would say, "We count on you." Yes. So, yeah, you can count on something. That's right. Yes. So that's a good alternative, as well as saying it's reliable. You can say, I can count on that source of news, or I can count on the BBC. I can count on you, Keith, to teach me English, right? You're reliable. I hope I'm reliable. Great. Okay. Moving on. Just a few words that are very negative words, but it's worth knowing them. Absolutely. You need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So we've got troll. So troll as a verb is to troll, is to make an offensive online post. Offensive, I mean insulting, or attacking, aggressive, right? Something like, I don't know, if somebody puts a message saying, Keith, you're an idiot, then they are trolling, and they are trolling me, or they're trolling the chat session. So that can be as a verb, to troll. It can be a noun, the person, right? That's the person. So the person who trolls is a troll. It's not troll like the film. It's not. Well, it is. I mean, a troll, right, is like Lord of the Rings. It's a big beast. It's a big animal, and then it also became a cute little pink thing from the film. The I don't know if it was Disney who made the film, the children's film, and then it became the digital troll, which is the person who attacks you aggressively. A cyber bully. So a bully is somebody who attacks somebody weaker, but online. A person who attacks, let's say, attacks weaker people. I don't know how you identify weaker, but so typically, for example, at school, the stronger boy may bully the weaker boy in real life physically, but on the internet digitally, maybe by trolling them or sending nasty comments, something like that. And then you've got a predator. So a predator is the person who stalks other people. So to stalk, right, is to follow, but not like, hey, I'm following you. No, to follow with a bad intention. Maybe they want to attack you. Often the predator will stalk you online and then attack you in real life. So a predator may find out where you live. They may then come and find you and attack you physically. So that's a predator. It comes from, of course, a predator in real life is an animal that eats another animal. So the lion is the predator, and what does a lion eat? Cows? Not cows. What does a lion eat? It eats, for example, maybe a zebra, right? So the zebra is the prey. So the lion is the predator. So it's following and wants to maybe kill you or attack you. So that's a predator. A stalker, not a stoker, a stalker. S-T-A-L-K. Yes. Deer, thank you, my dear Vihangi. It's a deer, yes. Lions eat deers. Predator, stalker. Stefano, hello, Stefano. Great to see you here. Predator, stalker. That's the one. Which can be in real life or in digital life as well. Okay, excellent, good, nice. So I'm looking at all the vocabulary, right? I'm just going to have a quick look at some slang. I want to test you guys. Oh, before I do that, phrasal verbs. Let me make these bigger as well. I just got 4 phrasal verbs because I noticed when we talk about the internet, a lot of vocabulary is actually phrasal verbs. Scroll up and scroll down is this. Scroll down, scroll up, scroll down, scroll up. So I'm using my mouse, my nice ergonomic mouse, to scroll up and to scroll down. That's to do it. To click on. Can't do it. Of course you can't. idiot because it's not on the ground. There you go. You can click on, click off, click on, click off. So that's just when you press the button on your mouse. To print, now it's interesting. We say to print out. I don't know why, because to print something, when you're, in the office, we say to print, let's print a document. But I think the idea that when you're printing from the internet, you're printing out, you're taking out the paper, we tend to say print out. So you could say print, but we tend to say print out. Can you just print out this PDF? And to shut down is to turn off your computer, right? There's another one, to turn off your computer. So shut down has lots of different meanings. Your shops can shut down when they close because they go out of business. But to shut down as a transitive verb, look at that, is to shut down your computer. Oh, come on. To shut down, to turn off your computer in this context. Okay. Great. It's good, good. Here's another one. Yep, this is good from Alde Hamid. We can say swipe through my feed. Let me add that because that's nice. You can also say swipe through. You can say swipe up, swipe down, swipe through, swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right. If any of you are on Tinder. I only know that because of the films. Swipe through my Facebook film, my Facebook feed. Excellent. Very, very nice. Good, good. To log out is a good one. Fariba, very nice. Log in, log out. That's another phrasal verb. Log into the website, log out. Selena says, it's because the printer is an output resource. Spot on. I like it, Selena. Thank you. Now, Patricia, this is really, really interesting. And thank you very much for sharing this. I just scrolled down my internet. Now, you can't scroll down the internet. You can scroll down a page. You can scroll down a website. But you would scroll through the internet, or you would surf through the internet. I wouldn't say scroll down the internet. I scroll down website pages in my leisure hours, right? So it's only the page, scroll down the page or the website. Internet, I surf through the internet. Yeah, I think that would be better. But thank you, Patricia. Thank you for sharing that. Spot on. This is exactly how we get better. This is exactly when you try something and a teacher can say, just make a small change. And you've just helped 900 people learn that. So thank you very much. Brilliant, Patricia. Good. Dordona, quick question. Keith, how can I join your speaking course? Please, that's an interesting spelling of please. Is that Latin, maybe? So all you need to do is very, very simple, right? Is just go to the Keith Speaking Academy. And when you go to the Keith Speaking Academy, just click on the courses and you'll see them. Listen, I'm going to show you because it's a really good question. Go to the home page, right? Keith Speaking Academy. You can click here. My courses, the prices are going to rise in January. So you can click here, get them now, and that will take you to the courses page. And you just click on the course that you want. You can get a bundle. They're all there. Okay. Keith Speaking Academy. That's the place to go. A little advert. Thank you for that. Good. So we've got phrasal verbs. Let's move on. I'm going to test you. Internet slang, okay? Let's see how many of you are digital natives. You probably know this better than me. I had to look up one of these. I knew the others. Internet slang, can you just in the message box, type down what you think these are. Just one or two of them. Tell me what you think they are, right? Sandeep says, I log out from Facebook. It's a big problem, isn't it? Sandeep says, I've already bought your course. It's very fascinating. 100. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you very, very much. Great. Right, let's put on some pop whilst you're getting the answers. LOL. Let's see. I'll just share a few answers as we're going. Giovanni. Abdallah. Ah, interesting. Geshan. It's a shame on Facebook I can't get your names. I think there's a way that you can... I'll find out. There's a way to register so your name will appear here. I'll try and find out how to do it. Spot the gamer. We put these up. Marjan, come on, that's so kind. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Any others? LOL. Nice. Laugh out loudly or laugh out loud? I think actually, Mia, I think it's laugh out loud. Yeah. Right, who's got the LMK? Anyone else? Ah, Mina, you're spot on. Nice. Any others? We've got IMHO. Red. I can't find anybody with the others. Anybody? I like this, May. I know it's a typing mistake. Laugh out cloud. That's really funny because of the cloud. That's great. Maria. Nice, nice. We've got it. Alexandra. Okay, brilliant. I think we're there. So let me just write them up. It's laugh out laughs. No, it's laugh out loud. It's strange, right? Because it should be laugh loudly. We say laugh loudly, but we say laugh out loud. BRB, be right back. BTW, by the way. LMK, let me know. In my honest, well, in my humble, there's two, right? You can say in my humble or in my honest opinion. There you go. We've got it. Lovely. You guys are all digital natives. I think I talked about this last time. But I am a digital immigrant. It's an interesting metaphor. I don't think it's an accurate metaphor, but it's quite a popular one. The idea of digital natives, if you grow up with the internet, and a digital immigrant, somebody who didn't grow up with the internet. When I was a kid, we didn't have computers or mobile phones. I got my first mobile phone when I was about 20, 21. Never had a computer as a kid. They didn't really exist. Gosh, there was the Amstrad or the camcorder, one of the first computers. But the idea of if you're coming from a foreign land to a new land, you're an immigrant, digital immigrant. It's not strictly a good metaphor, I think, because it makes it black and white. I mean, the truth is, there are older people who are better digitally than some younger people, right? It's not black and white. It depends a little bit. But as an interesting metaphor and something that's used quite a lot, digital native, digital immigrant. So you can talk about that. Brilliant. Good. So, internet slang. What's up next? I'll tell you what's up next. Let's come back to this guy over here. We've been talking about the internet and we've looked at vocabulary, right? I love the kind of shadow that's over here. Look at that. That's so cool. I don't know how I do it. The internet and you. So we're going to talk about how the internet affects you, your life, your work, your family, your children, everything, right? And I'm going to begin with some collocations, first of all. So let's switch back to my little notebook. How has the internet changed our lives and our work and our families? What are the possible collocations here, right? We can talk about remote blah, blah, blah. For example, you might say remote working, right? Those are two words that go together. Remote working. Remote working. There are different possibilities here. What can you say for virtual online video access blank easy do. We're talking about the internet and families, so keep that in mind. What do you think are some possible collocations? Once again, if you can write down your answers in the thing, we'll put them in here. We'll share them. Hamdi says a virtual machine. Okay, good. Remote control for the TV. That is funnier. Yes. Yeah, could be for a computer, maybe. Yes, I guess that has changed because we now have internet TVs, right? We have smart TVs. Virtual reality, absolutely. Remote working, I think I gave you that one. Abhishek. Online course, interesting. Great. Virtual world. We've got somebody. Virtual platforms, nice. So I'm going to add some of these in as you're adding them up here. Virtual world, platform, reality. Thank you. Good. Somebody else said reality. Anuat said reality as well. Remote studying. That's good. Remote working. And why not remote studying? It's exactly the same thing. Remote study, remote studying. Right. Oh, I'm going to throw this in. This is a lovely comment from Benoit, just to change the rhythm. Keith, took my test last weekend, received my results yesterday. I still can't believe I got 8.5 in speaking. Wow. Brilliant. Well done. Gosh, excellent. Thank you, Coach. My pleasure. Benoit, well done. I'm very glad I could help and spot on. Good. I hope the future goes well for you, whatever you're planning to do. Great. Strive to thrive. Strive to thrive. Motivational. Virtual classes. That's a nice one. This is a bit of a virtual class, isn't it? Virtual class. Video game from Sushant. Let's put that one in here. Yep. Virtual aspects. Reality. We've got remote area. Yes. What else have we got? Karima, virtual assistant. That's a good one. Virtual assistant who can help us with our work, our online business. Remote meeting. Brazilian world. Brilliant. Remote meeting. Thank you very much. Video streaming. It's a good one. Video game, video streaming. Anything else? Online courses. Ah, of course. Layla. Yeah, online courses. Brilliant. Anything else? Virtual life. We do talk about a virtual life, don't we? It's a virtual life. No need to run or hide. What else have we got? Online shopping. Karima, you're ahead of the game. Online shopping. eBay. Hooray. Online shopping. Amazon. Virtual video calls is a nice one. This is a good one from Antiap. I've mispronounced it, but sorry. Virtual video calls. Good. What else? Access. Let me come down. I'm sure there's lots of others down here. Online help desk. Yeah. Remote learning. Remote learning we can talk about. Okay. I'm going to move on because I think I haven't got many for access or easy. Dating. Online dating. Video series. Access area, access mode, strict access. You could have access mode, access area possibly. Yeah. Online banking, that's a good one. Thank you. Who was that? Oh, you've gone. Sorry. The messages go so fast. Okay, great. So there are different ones here. So remote working, virtual world, online courses, video game, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Some that I put down here, I think, I had remote working, virtual meetings, online games, video conferences, access information. So access information, I was thinking of the verb to access information, to access as a verb. Easy communication was the other one I was thinking of. Okay. But all of these are absolutely spot on. Fantastic, right? There's a lot more you're sharing, which is absolutely brilliant. There's loads here. All of these are possible collocations to talk about how our life has changed. Now, there is a website here, and I'm going to share this with you. If Mehdi and Paula, you're the moderators, could you share the website? I'm just going to show it to you briefly, but if those guys will share it in the chat box, it's Neosperience. It's quite an interesting one. It's about 10 ways that the internet has changed the way we live. And I'm just going to talk a little bit through this because it's interesting and you'll see some of these collocations coming up, right? So the 10 ways the internet has changed the way we live. Let's just have a look what it says. I'll pick up the main points. As we scroll down, it's well worth having a look at. It talks about research, right? So it's changed the way we do research. Whether you're collecting information about a product or looking for an answer, we use search engines. So our research has changed. Communication. So we talked about video conferences, virtual calls with our family. So here it talks about chat rooms and the forums, the spread of smartphones and social networks. Shopping, you talked about online shopping, Amazon, eBay, online marketplaces, right? That's quite an interesting collocation. And what else? Search for information online, compare prices. These are all good collocations, right? Traveling or travels. It talks here about virtual reality. So not so long ago, the essence of travel was the idea of discovery. And especially now with COVID, a lot of travel can happen through the internet. I mean, you can look for hotels and flights on the internet, but you can now get full 3D immersion with virtual reality. Of course, you've got Airbnb, and Google Maps has changed the way that we travel. Entertainment. Do you remember when you had to visit the video store to rent a VHS? Now, the millennials are going, VHS, what's that? Well, a long time ago, when we didn't have streaming, we used to go to the shop to rent a video. And there were different kinds of videos, right? VHS was the most popular. With the internet, you don't need that, right? You have the new generation of gaming consoles, movie streaming, music streaming, and so on. Financial services have changed. Something you could talk about if you're asked about this. Relationships. You do not need to feel the pressure of playing all your cards in a few minutes. That means playing all your cards. To play your cards right is to say the right things and do the right things to get your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Now you can find the love of your life by simply downloading an app. Yes, so online dating. Somebody talked about that, online dating. Healthcare, of course, this has now changed. Of course, there's the risk of misleading information. We talked about that. Reliable information or misleading information. But now doctors can diagnose you. You've got wearables technology, which helps you diagnose different possible, for the doctor, different illnesses. Marketing has changed. The way we communicate changes. Employment, of course. So we talked about these virtual meetings, remote working, things like that. All of these. Great. That's it. Just a few ideas. It's well worth having a look at. It'll give you ideas for this question about the internet. Often in part 3 of the IELTS test, there are questions about how have things changed in the past, or how has the internet changed your life? How will it change in the future? So change is a really important idea to grasp. And with the topic of the internet, that might come up. So explore that website. Go and have a look. Hopefully it's been shared already. The guys, the moderators, have shared it. It'll be in the video description later. So do remember, this video is being recorded and it will be put on the YouTube channel and also in the Facebook group, so you can come back and watch it again. Right, good. Actually, you know what? I need a drink. Ba-da-shee-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be, bum bum bum. That's better. Excellent, good. So, we've done lots of things there. What's next? What's next, Keith? What comes after the internet and you? I think it's the toolbox. Now, the toolbox is great. And the toolbox is great. And I'll tell you why. Because with the toolbox, I've got this really nice little video that I like to play. So cool. I love it. Great. So the toolbox, this is where I like to share a tool that I have discovered with all of you to help you learn English better. So what we've got here is a podcast, right? And it's called The Digital Human. And The Digital Human is a podcast that began, years ago. It must have been 4 or 5 years ago. They've had about 20 series. And some of the early ones are really, really good. But even the new ones, they're looking at how the internet changes our lives. Because we are digital people now. We must live online as well as offline. And it explores that whole notion. It's Alex Krotowski and she's a Canadian lady, a great reporter, and she goes into depth about all the strangest aspects of digital life, from working to eating disorders to death to sickness to celebrations and how we do this online. It's from the BBC. Again, we'll share the link with all of you. Guys, if the moderators could share the link so you can see this. And basically, I'll just show you very briefly and give you a flavor, give you a taste of what it's like, right? So this is it. It's called the Digital Human. If you can see up there, you can't see up there at the top, can you? I have to bring it down. Ba-ba-bam. The Digital Human. It's on BBC Radio 4. Nobody listens to Radio 4 except me. So the latest episode, Fleeting. Wow, how this has affected our attitudes to ephemerality. Ephemerality is the temporary nature of our life. But it also, look, there's ones about the AI industry, the digital world, unfocus, encrypted, about when people have encryption and the good and the bad guys. Something about the relationship between content creators and their audience. Hello, that's me. I'm a content creator. And our relationship with the audience. In fact, I'm going to go and listen to that. Let me download that right now. Go for the higher quality. I'm going to listen to that on my my walk this afternoon in the rain. Nice, love it. There's all different ones. I mean, you can go here and have a look. If you look at all the episodes, I mean, it's just a bit crazy. There are loads of them. Look, there's 146 episodes, which is just mad. If you go back, look, years and years and years, every topic you can imagine, it's on here. They're short, they're easy to follow, nice language. That's my recommendation. That is my tool of the week, the Digital Human. Go and look for it on your podcast software, whether it's Apple or Google Play. The Digital Human. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope so. And it's good for your English to boot. Nice, eh? Good. So what's coming next? After that, from the toolbox, that was a quick toolbox. Let's move on. We've got a listening task. So here I'm gonna have you listen to somebody talking about the internet and children, right? The internet and children, because there's a lot of concern and worry about the internet and children. Is it a safe place? When they're researching for school tasks, is their privacy looked after? Is their safety taken care of? Are they protected from predators? Are they aware of cyberbullying? Is the information reliable, dependable, valid for their work, right? Lots of language. So we're going to listen. I'm going to show you over here. Before we listen, let me ask you, right? Because the question is, does the internet have a negative influence on children? We're going to listen to somebody talking about this issue, right? But I'd like to know first, what do you think? Do you think the internet has a negative influence on children? And why? Sajan, goodbye. Nice to see you here. See you next time. Okay. Think about it. Think about that question. And as you do, we'll have a bit of strange country music. I'm not sure about learning French, my friend. Children has attacked. Interesting, Maria. Yeah. High from yeah, yes. Not mature enough. Good. It does, distracting them from books. Yeah. At some point, yes. In my opinion, the kids need more info from the internet, but under the control of parents. Nice, very nice, very, very nice. Hamid Terez, sorry, Hamid Reza, it causes distraction and destroys time. Destroys time. Destroys time. I know what you mean. We don't actually say destroys time, do we? It causes distraction and takes up too much time. I know what you're trying to say, like time disappears, but I think more naturally I would say takes up too much time. Yeah. Hatties, internet has absolutely terrible effect on children. Ah, interesting. Has an absolutely terrible effect on children. Tell me more. Tell me more. No one can deny Abdel Hamid. It sounds like you're writing English rather than speaking. No one can deny sounds a bit written, but I get it. Good. No one can deny that internet has a precarious impact which inevitably maintains a credible threat for children. It's a good answer. I think that's a written answer, but good because you're writing. That's absolutely fine. Great. Felicita. It depends. If regulated, it has a lot of benefits. If regulated, you mean by the parents or by the companies or both or by children maybe. Aileen, it depends on how they're using it. Right, good. Rue says the internet makes our new generation couch potatoes. Well, yeah. Right, some very good ideas. Thanks, guys. Those are really, really interesting. It seems to be a common thread or a common theme that it depends on how it's used. Let's find out what our speaker says. So I want you to listen. And as you're listening, watch the video, right? Think about which of your ideas appear in this listening passage. The speaker may have some very similar ideas. And then also, I want you, as you listen, to find the collocations used with these words. Consider many blank, learning blank, blank safety, heated blank, blank your skills. Okay, so you've got two things to do. Number one, check which of your ideas appear in the listening. Number two, find the collocations. What are the missing words to make these collocations? Okay. Great. Consider many blank, learning blank, something safety, heated blank, something your skills. Maybe you can guess some of these. And a great strategy before you do the IELTS listening is to look at the question and try and guess the answer and think about the different possibilities, right? You see learning blank, you go, oh, learning opportunity, learning problems, learning atmosphere, learning online, and you get all these words, and then your brain is much more ready to listen and get the right word. So it's a good strategy when you're doing listening, right? Okay, good. You're writing down some of the answers. That's great. Let's listen and let's try and find out the answers. Here we go. Ready? Ready, Keith? Whenever you are. Come on, Keith. I was ready a minute ago. Here we go. Boom. So, does the internet have a negative influence on children? Well, this is a really interesting question and quite a complex one, as there are many aspects to consider, right? In a nutshell, I guess the short answer is it depends on what you use the internet for. There are many activities and opportunities that the internet offers, and a large number can be beneficial for kids, sure, and their learning. Such things as doing research, communicating with teachers and other children, making shareable presentations, playing games, all of these can provide valuable learning opportunities. Of course, teachers and parents need to be wary of children's privacy and safety online. They need to do their utmost to avoid cyberbullying and predators. And these are key things that need to be passed on to children. Talking about games, well, there's a lot of heated discussion and disagreement about video games, especially violent ones, and how they can nudge children to become violent in so-called real life. But there are many studies that actually show this is not the case. Almost the opposite, in fact. These shooting games help students hone their reaction skills and improve hand-to-eye coordination. I suppose the big concern nowadays is more about social media on the internet and the detrimental effect it can have on young adolescents. So from what I can make out, it seems that social media conditions them to compare themselves with others and to present their perfect self. And it's no surprise then that this leads to reduced self-esteem and significant mental health problems for many young people. So I guess it's a double-edged sword, right? It's all about how you use the internet. Well, good. So very, very interesting. You're coming up with some interesting answers. I think you can see that some of the ideas are similar to those that you said as far as it depends how you use it, right? It's a complicated issue and there's no straightforward answer, really. So, excellent, good. Let's have a look at some of the things that you've said. There are a few answers coming up. Many aspects, learning opportunities, online safety, heated discussion, something your skills. Fiden talks about aspects, doing research, online safety, discussion reaction. Okay, good. Let me just come back actually to the questions. What else have we got? Anybody else with all of them? We've got Asanula, aspects, opportunities, children, safety for children, heated discussion. Okay. Anybody else? Roberta. Oh, what a lovely avatar, Roberta. Great. Consider many aspects, learning, research. Okay. Online safety, heated discussion, boost your skills. Ooh, very close. Aspects, opportunities, kids safety, heated hand. Perfect your skills. Well, you can boost your skills, you can perfect your skills, but it's not what they said. Discussion, improve again. Yes, but it's not what they said. Okay, so you've got some great answers coming up. I'm going to share with you actually the answers. Okay. He said to consider many aspects. There were learning opportunities. Talked about the safety online or online safety, heated discussion, and hone your skills, right? To hone is to improve. So to hone your, he talked about what skills was it? Your reaction skills. Hone your reaction skills, improve your hand-eye coordination. When he was talking about the games, right? And all of the games that you can play. Okay, so well done. You got very, very, very close. Most of you, I think some of you got all of the answers, but excellent. Nice. So that was the listening. I won't play it again because of time. And the beauty of online learning is that the learning opportunity, you can go back and listen again to this in your own time. What I will do is I'll just go through the script. So I got the script here just to show you some of the interesting language that came up. I think it might be useful. So there are many aspects to consider, right? That was the first answer. In a nutshell is a lovely expression. Just means in short. I think you've heard that before, but just in case, it means in short or in a few words. I guess the answer is it depends. There are many activities and opportunities that the internet offers, and they can be beneficial for kids learning. Right, somebody did have that, kids learning. That's interesting. So yeah, we talked about learning opportunities. Kids learning is also there. Actually, you're right. Doing research, communicating, shareable presentations is a nice collocation as well. But the one that we got was this one, was learning opportunities. To provide valuable learning opportunities. Nice language, right? Of course, teachers and parents need to be wary of, right? It means to be aware of and be careful. Maybe not aware of, be careful with. It's more about being careful with, right? Be wary of children's privacy. Be careful with. So I'll just highlight this. Again, you can come back and read all of this later. But so children's privacy, safety online was the other one. Nice collocation. You know they need to do their utmost. Do their utmost. What a great expression. To do their best, right? Basically, it means to do their best. Do their utmost, do their best to avoid cyberbullies and predators. That should be cyberbullies, I think, and predators. These are key things that children these are the key things that need to be passed on to children. To be passed on, right? To be given to children. Talking about games, so video games, there's a lot of heated discussion. That was the one. And disagreement about games, especially violent ones, and how they can nudge children. To nudge somebody, right, is just to push or encourage. To gently push or encourage somebody, to nudge some children to become violent. But actually, it's not true. There are many studies show that this is not the case. This is not true. This is not the case. This is not true, okay? Almost the opposite. These shooting games are actually beneficial. Help students hone their skills and improve hand-eye coordination. And then we talk about the big concern about social media on the internet, the detrimental effects or the detrimental effect it can have on young adolescents. So adolescents are teenagers, basically, in case you didn't know that. Teenagers is another word for teenagers. You don't have to say young because all teenagers are young, right? But it's relative. From what I can make out. That's another nice expression. From what I understand. Right? From understand. So I can make out has lots of different meanings, but here it means I can understand. So what can you make out from this conversation? What can you understand from this conversation? Nice. It seems to condition them to compare themselves with others and present a perfect self. It's no surprise. It's another good expression. Of course, it's not a surprise. It leads to reduced self-esteem, good collocation, and significant mental health problems. Yeah, okay. And that was it. So lots of interesting collocations you can pick up. Some nice expressions as well. Of course, remember these notes over here. These notes over here are published on my website at the end of the class. I'll show you later where you can get them. Okay. Lovely. So that's it. Listening, I hope that helps you with building your vocabulary. Go back and practice. Remember, once is never enough. To really get these words in your head, do the listening again and then start practicing. Make your own sentences with all of this language. That's the way to move forward. Okay. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to move forward. We've got 2 things left, right? I want to do a short session on idioms, and I want to do a Kahoot today. We're going to come back to Kahoot. So we've done the listening task, and then after that, idioms, like I got it from the horse's mouth. What does that mean? To get it from the horse's mouth? Well, listen, let's find out what these crazy idioms are all about. Trang, thank you. Love your lessons. Great. Thank you. You're welcome. Brilliant. Awesome collocations. They are. They're lovely collocations, Marjan. Yes. Great. So, idioms. Let me make this a little bit bigger. If you've got any, do share them. But we're talking about the internet. So, the first one to get... Oh, come on. Let's get it bigger. Can we make it bigger? To get something from the horse's mouth equals to get something directly. It's to get, not something, right? It's to get news or information directly. So the example is, this is reliable information. I got it from the horse's mouth, right? So the example could be you're discussing something with a friend and then your friend says, did you know that my neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, he's having an affair with the lady at number 23. And you go, no, come on, really? How do you know that? And your friend says, no, it's true. I got it from the horse's mouth. Mr. Jenkins himself told me he's having an affair with the lady at number 22, 3. He told me directly. I got it from the horse's mouth. So that's it, to get something directly. So this is reliable information. I got it from the horse's mouth. Good to talk about the information, right, on the internet. We talk about information at your fingertips or at the click of a button, right? Which just means very easy to access or to get. That's the case, right? When you're shopping, you can compare prices because you can do this at the click of a button. Or you have all the prices and the comparisons at your fingertips. You just click the button. It's easy to get. The internet is a double-edged sword. A double-edged sword it's a bit of an old-fashioned expression, but it's still used, and you can still use that in IELTS speaking. It has a good and a bad side. It's a double-edged sword. So the internet can be great on the one hand because it's good for students to research information. But on the other hand, you don't know if the information is reliable unless you get it from the horse's mouth. And so it can be a double-edged sword, right? Another one, I can't get my head around it, means I don't understand it. I don't understand it. If something is very difficult to understand, especially software or IT, you can say, I can't get my head around it. It's idiomatic. It just means you can't understand it, right? This software is too complicated, Keith. I can't get my head around it. I just can't understand it. Okay, great. those are the ones. Those are the four that I came up with. I could only think of four actually. Let's see any others. Una spada a doppio taglio. Oh, right, the sword with two sides. Brilliant. For those of you learning Italian, there you go. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing. Keith, can we use this passage in writing? I don't know. It's definitely speaking. Wait a minute. Why won't you go away? Not you. My window. Not you. Come on. I'm not sure about that. So the way I did this is I spoke first and then I wrote it out. I had some notes that helped guide me and then I wrote it out. I spoke first. This is primarily speaking English, spoken English. I think there are some bits you can take for writing, but I'm not sure. I can't say yes 100%. It's an interesting question. I had a lesson like in French. Same word, yes. Brilliant. Fantastic teacher ever, Ahmed. Well, that's very kind. Thank you very much. What a nice comment. Lovely. Okay, so that's it for idioms. Brilliant. I'm going to finish up today with our last activity, which is a Kahoot. And Kahoot is a way, in the last 5 minutes, we're just going to review some vocabulary from today to see if you were paying attention and help you learn even deeper some of the expressions we've looked at. Do remember the notes, as I mentioned, if you go to the Key Speaking Academy, you can get these notes on my website. So today's notes, all you need to do is go to the website, look for the free live lessons at the very, very top. When you go there, click on the free live lessons, and that will take you. And in about 4 or 5 hours, it takes time to re-edit the notes and to get them ready and to upload. You'll find the new notes here for today's lesson, right? And if you want any of the old ones, then just go down here and you can find loads of materials for every possible IELTS topic. And if you like the way I'm teaching, you can join me on my online course. You can click here. In fact, you can click anywhere on the website and go and find out about the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7. It's a nice little course. I think you will enjoy it. Okay, good. So Kahoot. In order to play Kahoot, how do we play Kahoot? You guys need to go here, kahoot.it. And I'm just going to set this up. Many of you, I think, know this. If you're new, this is just a way to practice. It's a fun game. It takes about 5 minutes, and we'll just practice some of the language from today. Okay. When you go to kahoot.it, you need to put your name in and a number. So you need to still watch me here, but maybe on your phone or on another window or tab, go to the Kahoot, right? So let me just set it up. Just give me 2 ticks to set it up. We're going to play. I'm going to teach it. Layla, I hope so. I hope you can. Right, get ready to join. Am I teaching face-to-face online? Am I teaching face-to-face online? That doesn't make sense. Face-to-face online. I'm not teaching one-on-one, no. But I'm teaching through the courses. Yes, so I'm not doing group teaching, no. Here we are. Let's get in there. Kahoot, here's your PIN. So if you put in your name, and the PIN is 8480340. Maybe Paula and Mehdi, if you could share the PIN as well, that would be great. And people can join us. Funnier, can we use a click away? Yes, you can. Leah, you're welcome. I'm passing IELTS this Sunday. Wish me a bit of luck. Best of luck. And chap, I can't pronounce your name, but best of luck. Thank you, Paula, for sharing it. So we've got lots of people coming in. Great. How many have we got so far? 61. Good. I'll give you a minute or so to join. If you can't join, don't worry. You can just put your answer in the chat. The same. It's absolutely fine. Steve, there's no live lesson next week. No, the next live lesson is in 2 weeks on the 23rd. It's a good point. I'll make sure I remind everyone. Okay, I'll just give you a few seconds to get in there. Right, okay, guys, let's get this going. Let's get the show on the road. Let's start. Here we go. First question. A silver surfer is a person who... and you choose the correct answer. Is elderly and uses the internet. The blue one makes money on the internet. The yellow one trolls people on the internet. And the green one never uses the internet. Choose your answer. You've got 30 seconds to answer. Right. Well done, everybody. Look at that. Is elderly and uses the internet. 73 got it right. I am impressed. Nice. Well done. Moving on. The scoreboard. AMT Duong is at the top. Khan Lee second and Annie is in third place. Question number 2. Which is the odd one out? Reliable, trustworthy, invalid, dependable. Well done, Yosra. Anja, well done. SK Wahed, well done. Right, excellent. 85 of you got the right answer is invalid. Invalid means it's not correct, not accurate. All of the rest, reliable, trustworthy, dependable, mean that they are good, accurate. Great. Let's see the scoreboard. AMT is still at the top. Rosetta has moved into second place. Mehdi into third place. And Pooh Bear, is that Pooh? Pooh Bear with the Christmas tree in fourth. Question number 3. I'm always trying to blank my coding skills. Hope, home, whole, hone. What do you think? Well done, Tao. Nilofar, well done. Yang Tracy, well done. Kusum, well done. Great, I love it. Some of you saying green as well. Green is correct. It's hone with an N. To hone your skills, of course, means to improve your skills. Excellent, great. How are we doing on that leaderboard? Duong, how do you always get to the top? Mehdi and Pooh are still up there, and Alfred and Pedro are coming up close. And the hand of God has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. I wonder if you're from Argentina. Here we go. The last question. You can trust this information. I got it from the blank mouth. Dogs, hares, horses, elephants. Now, is the information reliable? Can you trust the information here? Oh, brilliant. 92 of you got it right. It's the horses. Of course, I was being a bit cheeky and a bit naughty because I put the picture of the elephant to distract you, to make it remind you it's unreliable. You cannot trust the pictures you see. But well done. 92 of you got horses. Fantastic. Which means let's look at the podium. Third place, Pooh. Next, Medi, which means first, AMT Duong. Nice, well done. Excellent, good. So guys, that's it. Well done. All of you for participating. You're doing a really good job, making lots of progress. And I think today you've learned, wow, lots of new vocabulary, lots of stuff. And I hope it's all a big help. Today we've been through the internet. We've talked about lots of vocabulary, including phrasal verbs, clicking on, clicking off. We've done also some slang internet, BTW, IMHO. We've talked about the internet and you and how it's changed our lives, the way we work, the way that we live, basically. The toolbox, go and check out the Digital Human podcast. The listening task, I think, has helped you build up lots of collocations. Go back and listen again, and really practice your listening. We've done some idioms as well as just a general review. So as I mentioned, the notes will be on the website. It's down at the Keith Speaking Academy. Give me and my assistant about 3 hours to get everything ready and uploaded. If not, if you're in bed, you can come back tomorrow and get it. Check out the Facebook page as well. And you can come and join us in the group. We have the Facebook group. You can look for Keith's Mastermind Community for IELTS. We're there. Come and join us. Have some fun. Get motivated with your learning. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. And do check out my course if you want to study more with me, but in your own time, at your own pace. Everything's in the course there. It's different from YouTube. I mean, people ask me the difference. There are several differences. One difference is the course is structured. YouTube is just random. B is that the content is different. So YouTube is very much about tips and advice, whereas IELTS Speaking Success is based on model answers. So for lots of topics, you've got model answers and analysis and helps build up your language. And there's no distractions, right? You're focused in one place. It's not like there are adverts and then you go somewhere else on YouTube. Helps you keep focused. So if you want to study more with me, go and check it out or go and get the bundle. Get all 3 courses. The prices will go up in January slightly just to cover things. So maybe now will be a good time. Christmas present. Give yourself a Christmas present. Go and get the course and help your studying. If it's right for you. If you don't need it, don't buy it. But if you want something extra, it's there. Listen, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you're learning lots with me. What am I saying? Next week, there is no live lesson, but there will be a recorded video on next week's Saturday. So that's a week on Saturday. Our next class will be the week after. So the live lessons will be every 2 weeks. So that means it will be on the 23rd of December for the next live lesson, okay? Which will be kind of coming up to Christmas. It might be a Christmassy kind of a live lesson. A bit of fun and enjoyment as well as learning lots with me. So that's it. Thank you very much again for joining me. Take care, all of you. Any of you taking the test, best of luck, right? We're all behind you. I'm sure you'll do a great job. All right, my friends, that's it. Take care. We'll go out with a little bit of hip hop. Cheerio now. Bye bye.